The collection we've been putting together spans from the 1930s all the way up to the 1980s, and we also kind of move between different countries as well. So not just Italian, we have French, American, British. So we wanted to make sure that we're putting together a collection that best reflects our DNA, choosing it based on emotions and things that we like. In the studio this year, we've decided to kind of pare down any type of decoration. It's a very Spartan space, and the idea was to kind of envelop the visitor in almost a cocoon-like feeling, a kind of an incubator. So you enter into this room with soundproofing on the walls, and already your senses become, your hearing is a little bit muffled. And then you move into the first space where we've put together a collection of our objects that we presented last year during Fashion Week. We've decided to represent them this year just for those who didn't have a chance to see them during that time. We've put them in this kind of old 18th century display case, probably from a men's clothing store, with silk flowers. Then we move into another room where we have a screen. This year we've worked a lot with lacquers and polished steel, and also what seems like brass is actually brass that's been gold plated that gives it a bit more depth. In the following room we have a lamp that it's suspended between two poles, so this idea of drawing inspiration from Gabriele Crespi through the use of bamboo is also evident in this. Moving into the next room, we have another example of this inspiration from Gabriele Crespi with a large round table, where again we've used the bamboo, the polished steel, and then this gold-plated polished brass. We then have a central lamp that we have in the following room, and here we've drawn a little bit of inspiration also from the Viennese Secession period, especially with the lace that we've used as a lampshade. And then in the following room you find these small stools or small occasional tables that we've put together. They also make up part of the objects collection, and they're done in brass, and they have a lacquered seat and also the high density foam. Then moving into the next room, we've done a little homage to Louise Bourgeois with these spider lamps. So they're really beautiful in that they're cast completely in bronze, and they have this hand-blown bronze colored lampshade. Then we have two sconces that we've done, which are they're in the shape of an envelope, and one of the flaps of the envelope has folded down so that the light comes out a little bit more. And then in the final room we have a small chair, and again this use of the brass that's been gold plated, this polished steel, and the bamboo that creates the base, and then a lacquer, and then a very brightly colored seat. So this is the production that we've done this year as far as the studio is concerned. And then this year Emiliano was really ambitious and wanted to do a lot, so he decided to do his own kind of personal expression of a collection through a limited edition pieces. They're actually one of a kind. There are 9 of them, and so it's the idea of taking and kind of repurposing pieces from the late 1800s, early 19th century. So large armoires, chests of drawers, and keeping the most beautiful parts of the wood, and then adding in really kind of more contemporary lacquers, and again this polished steel and the gold-plated brass. So we're working on several projects at the moment. So we continue with hospitality as far as hotels and restaurants are concerned. And we just finished a restaurant in London. We're in negotiations at the moment with the same company that we worked with for another larger project. So it's called Leo's. It's a private restaurant because it's in a private members club in London, the Arts Club. So we're speaking with them about another project that should begin anytime soon now. We also have several residential projects that we're working on at the moment. We've just finished a project in Zurich, another one in Florence that we're closing up on, and we have a few more residential projects that we're doing in London at the moment. We also have a couple retail projects that we have just finished. For example, there's a space in London that we did with Fendi. We have another space that's opening in Saint-Tropez, and we have another one that will be opening next year. So we're kind of spanning retail, hospitality, and residential at the moment.